Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I'm just too old for that now"? Maybe it slips out when someone invites you for a walk, or when your doctor suggests a new routine, or even when you see a class at the community center that sounds interesting but feels a little too out of reach. If you have, you're not alone. That phrase, or something like it, has become so common that many people don't even question it anymore. But here's something to think about. What if that belief, what if that one little sentence, is quietly shortening your life? Today, I want to talk with you about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention. The beliefs we hold on to as we age. Not facts, not science, but beliefs. Ideas we tell ourselves so often that we start to think they're true, even when they're not. And the danger is, they don't just shape how we think. They shape how we live, how we move, what we eat, who we spend time with. And over time, these beliefs can quietly chip away at our health, our confidence, and even our will to keep growing. So today, we're going to gently shine a light on 4 of the most dangerous beliefs that are keeping so many seniors from living longer, fuller, happier lives. Not to make anyone feel bad, but to wake up the part of you that still wants more. Because let me tell you something right now. No matter your age, it is never too late to live well. It is never too late to change. Let's start with a belief I hear all the time. Maybe you've heard it too, or even said it yourself. It's normal to slow down after 60. That's just how it goes. Sounds innocent, right? And sure, our bodies do change as we age. That's a fact. Joints get stiffer. Muscles take a little longer to bounce back. Sleep patterns shift. But what's not true is the idea that slowing down is something we should simply accept without question. That movement is only for the young. That energy is gone and never coming back. That the best thing to do is just take it easy all the time. The problem with this belief is that it turns into a self-fulfilling prophecy. The less you move, the harder it becomes to move. Your balance suffers. Your muscles weaken. Your bones lose density. You might even start having more aches and pains, not from activity, but from the lack of it. And before you know it, you find yourself avoiding things you used to love. Dancing, gardening, even simple walks in the park. But here's the good news. Your body is always listening, always responding. And even small efforts, gentle stretches in the morning, light strength training a few times a week, a short daily walk, can signal to your body that you're still in the game. You don't have to run marathons or lift weights like a bodybuilder. You just have to move consistently and do it in a way that brings you joy, not stress. I knew a man named Charles, 73 years old, who believed his body was too far gone. Years of back problems, bad knees, and a general feeling of, I'm past my prime. But his doctor convinced him to try chair yoga. Just once. That single class turned into a weekly ritual. Over time, he began walking again, then cycling short distances. 2 years later, he was hiking with his grandson. Nothing dramatic, just a slow uphill trail. But the smile on his face? That was the face of someone who realized he hadn't slowed down. He just paused, and then decided to hit play again. Your body doesn't need you to be perfect. It just needs you to show up. Now, let's talk about another belief that creeps in quietly, often after retirement. There's nothing new for me to learn. My time to grow has passed. This one breaks my heart, because it's not just false, it's cruel. Somewhere along the way, our culture started treating older adults like finished products, as if life after 60 is all about comfort, routine, and staying out of the way. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The human brain is wired for learning, for curiosity, for challenge. And the moment we stop using it, stop feeding it with new ideas, new skills, new passions, it begins to shut down. Not in an obvious, overnight way, but in subtle ways. Forgetfulness, foggy thinking, a sense of dullness, like the color is fading from life. But it doesn't have to be that way. I met a woman, Darlene, who picked up the violin for the first time at 68. She wasn't trying to become a concert musician. She just wanted to make music. And in learning something new, her confidence soared. She started painting again, then joined a local book club. Her days felt full, rich, alive, not because she was chasing youth, but because she was choosing growth. You don't have to learn an instrument. Maybe for you, it's trying a new recipe, or reading about astronomy, or signing up for a class online, even if it's just for fun. What matters is that you remind yourself, I am still growing. I am still changing. I am still becoming. Because the truth is, your brain doesn't retire. Your soul doesn't retire. And neither should your sense of wonder. Now that we've taken a closer look at these beliefs, the one that tells you to slow down and the one that says you've learned all there is to know, I want to pause here for a moment. Because the most powerful step you can take right now isn't physical. It's mental. It's about choosing to question those quiet little thoughts that have been running the show for far too long. And once you start doing that, well, that's when things really begin to shift